Hey everybody, it's Lisa from Chevy Road Studio. Welcome back to my channel. Today is an upcycling video, and again we're gonna do some denim. So I was in a thrift store the other day and I came across this awesome skirt. It is it's got these panels of the patterned denim that I like so much. I just find it so interesting to find these, I don't know, I call them vintage pieces, although this did have a brand new tag on it, believe it or not. I didn't think it looked new, but it did have a tag. It's from, I think, CJ Banks. CJ Banks, it's a 22W. So it's more than we need, but I couldn't pass it up. And of course, this caught my eye. If this was just a plain skirt, I probably would have just walked right past it, but the pattern caught my eye. So we're gonna use this. First of all, I'm going to tell you, we're gonna make a long denim coat. You know how I love making jackets, and I love denim, and so we're going to use this on the bottom of a jacket. So I had to go out to my stash in the she shed there. I have quite a few denim jackets available for me to use, but I kind of was trying to get something that would, I don't know, look good together, even though it really doesn't necessarily matter. I found this one is just so, I don't know, it's only a medium and it's so small. So I brought it in, but I don't think we're going to use it. And then I had one in here, which I think is going to be cool. So I think we're going to not use this one. Just throw it out of my way. And I think we're going to use this one. And this is also a CJ Banks, so that'll be kind of fun, using a jacket and a skirt from the same company and making something. And look at this floral pattern. My only problem for me, because I don't work with this, I don't do this kind of sewing. I do upcycling, is this zipper. For me, that means, you know, adding something on just isn't going to work out with the zipper. Unless, no, because I didn't want to use that much of the jack. I was thinking we could just cut up and then just add it to this so it would still, no, because I wasn't, the skirt's quite long. I didn't want to use the full length of a jacket, so I would actually have to cut this zipper out and work out some other kind of closure on this. I feel bad doing that, but I also don't want this band on here. I'm using a new setup in my upcycling room. I have this new overhead camera situation that I like, but I'm just getting used to how much area you're gonna see using this. So hopefully when I go to edit this, you're seeing what I'm seeing. And also, I got a new to me phone, an upgrade from my old one. And the volume, I don't even have to use like my microphone. So hopefully you can tell that when you listen to this video. Give me some feedback in the comments section. So I think what we're gonna do is cut this zipper out. I hate to, but you know what, guys? Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. I don't know how long I'm gonna want this coat. It's pretty, I think it's gonna be pretty long. Yeah, I just don't see any way to save this. I could probably, you know how long it would take me to seam rip this out? Let me go see how hard that would be and how long it will take me. I really want to get this video to you at the end of this week. So if seam ripping this seems like it's going to take me, you know, days, then obviously I'm just going to go for it like I usually do and just cut this out, and we'll figure out how to make it work. So You'll find out as soon as I get back. Okay, let's face it, seam ripping is not in my future. I got this far and I'm like, no. So we're gonna cut it off. I'm gonna go just above these pockets with the zippers because, yeah, well, we can put some of our own pockets on it. So, okay, we're good. There we go. And we have all this extra. So there's extra fabric on the back here that we could use for pockets or something. So we'll save that. Now, I don't know. We're gonna just do it. We're just gonna do it. There is no, okay, what if we just cut right here? Oh yeah. Lisa, you're a genius. We're just gonna cut on that fabric part of the zipper. Can you see it? Yeah. That way. Oh, yes. Okay, that was a great move because it kept this seam intact. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I surprise myself. I was thinking I had to just cut up the fabric, but look at this. This is gonna be great. Not that I don't use raw edges all the time, but I thought, wow, this is genius. Oof, look at that little zipper. What's left of it. Okay, perfect. That makes me a whole lot happier having to cut the zipper out because I was like, oh, how am I going to do that? We would have figured it out though. We always do. All right. So now we have to figure out what part, and I hope you guys can see this because it's a new setup, so you're just my little guinea pigs today. Obviously, we're going to open this up. Now, that's not the front. This is a side button thing. There's the back. So, on the skirt, this is the front and the two side seams. So, we're going to open this up. Let's see. Approximately how that links would work. The nice thing is this is going to probably be too big, like bigger than the bottom of this jacket, but because it's going to be a jacket, we're going to cut this open anyways, so we can cut off any extra that's too big here in the middle. So we just have to determine how long I want this, and I think I might just put this on the mannequin first to see, kind of gauging my length so I know where I'm going to attach it, you know, for the skirt to the jacket. So let me go do that and I'll be back. Okay, so basically I am going to cut this off right underneath this button placket thing because I don't need that. I don't need that in the way. So, trying to get this. I don't know. Okay, so we also have this piece. Now, because we have this back split back here, I think we're going to open it up at that area. So what I usually do is just measure around the bottom of whatever article of clothing I'm working with. This will give me the width that we need from our skirt. So we are at this a little bit over 49 inches. So we're gonna have to just cut it open and take out that extra, like I said. Oops, wrong side. So we're gonna just open this up right here. Yeah, but what I'm gonna do is just get the bottom even and then trim off the top so that it's even, because it's not. And I'll be back. Okay, so I did end up having a little malfunction with my camera. So one section did not take. And now it was just me saying, taking this piece and showing you that I had folded the sides over and sewed a hem on each side. And then I was telling you how I was going to possibly gather this around a little bit. It didn't really need to be too much, just a little teeny bit, because this is really not that much different once I folded these over. So I just basically gathered just enough to make it fit the jacket, and then I just did back and forth messy stitching, so it kind of just is very solid and very but then when this is washed, this all up here will fray and just kind of like, yeah, you know, it's gonna be cute. So, but this is just back and forth messy stitching is what I call it. And then so now I tried it on, it's really cute. So now we're at the point of wanting to put some pockets on the front. And I will have to try it back on and pin them on in place, but somewhere down here, because it's, yeah, it's about right. But I think we're going to use a piece of this. And it would be cute to use this piece right here, but then you have this zipper. It just is going to be kind of, it's not like you can just, you could stick your hand in there, but there's a zipper. So I'm really not sure, because I mean, it would be cute to put like a pocket, just say like this much of a pocket with a zipper. I don't know if I should do that with the zipper though, because if you want to stick your hand in there to keep it with your hand warm or something, then you got that zipper. I wish you could give me your opinion and advice before I do this, but unfortunately I will have to make the decision myself. And even though it is cute, I just don't think I don't think it makes sense to do that. So I'm going to cut this chunk off right here. I'm so bummed that that piece of video is not in. Oh well. I'm also trying to use a remote. Every time I try to use a remote to make it easier for myself than to climb up there, I make mistakes. So sometimes you think you've hit it and it didn't come on, or vice versa. So I just don't know yet what I'm going to do about that. But it is handy, but technology sometimes can fail us. So anyways, but you get the idea of what happened here with what I did. So now we have two chunks, pretty good sized chunks. I'm just thinking maybe putting this band at the top of the pocket would be kind of cool, huh? Just like maybe cutting it just this side of that seam and having it just like that, just like sewing down and around, and then doing the same over here. So it'd be right on the other side of this seam, which would keep them the same size. I don't know, I just feel like that's a better choice. Throw on your phone or keys or whatever you have in there. So yeah, that's basically what this is going to look like. Two pockets, and I really like the fact that we're getting to utilize some of this jacket to bring that color down. But so far it's looking really cute. So I think I'm gonna either throw this on the mannequin or myself and then pin these in place so that they fall right for arm length. And then I'll sew them on, probably zigzag around, and then I'll come back and we'll see if there's anything else we want to do. So I'll see you when I'm done. We have the pockets on now, and it's super cute on the mannequin. So it just looked really cute. What I'm thinking now is I'm not good at buttons, buttonholes, and all that stuff. What I thought, what if it was just like a jacket that had a just a tie belt around it? So we have this fabric left from the top of the skirt, and I'm thinking if I cut off this part that keeps it gathered, I could straighten out this piece right here. I don't know if that would be long enough though. All right, well, let's try it. Let's see what we have by cutting this. I'm just gonna cut this button placket thing off first. Okay, so we'll get rid of that. That leaves us with this piece, but I'm just thinking like sewn into a belt. Just pretend that's a belt. I don't know if that's going to be long enough. You know what? I'm going to go see what I can do, and I'll be back when I'm done. I got to figure out a way to fasten this shut. Let me try the whole belt thing, and then I'll be back. We'll decide what to do after that. I, luckily, save everything, right? And this was a belt from something else, but look, it's a perfect color. It's the perfect match. We're going to use this. It's all nice. I don't have to make one. I didn't have enough fabric anyways. So, moral of the story is don't throw anything away that you can use later on. So this belt is going to work great. I'm going to put 2 little loops, one on either side here. I'm just going to stitch them down. We're going to stick this through, and it's going to hang on the coat. Yeah, so I think that'll work great. This is just from this skirt. Yeah, this will work perfect. So we made out with that. So I'm going to sew those on, and then I think I like to do little fun add-ons. I have this little pocket from jeans. I just sewed this little piece of I don't know, eyelet, whatever, trim. Thought it would look cute down here in the bottom front corner. So I'm just going to stitch that around. This is some trim out of my stash. I would just add this around the edge of the collar just to jazz the collar up a little bit. I do all of this, these in this pocket, and then I'll be back. We're getting close to being done. I can't wait to wash it because I know all of this will look better once it's frayed. So yeah, what a fun little project. Minus our little mistake of having one chunk of our video missing, but it's life. So I'm gonna go do this and I'll be back. Okay, I got this washed and dried, and it's starting to do the fraying nicely, and yeah, just turned out really cute. I don't have anything else I'm gonna do to it. I'm not gonna bleach it. I'm not gonna tea dye it. I'm just gonna leave it like it is because I think it looks great. Gonna take this and try to get some photos outside where it's really nice and bright because of the snow. And then I'll stick it in my Etsy shop, and if somebody's interested, I believe this is should be an extra large, 2X, maybe anywhere from extra large to 2X. I think would fit someone that size. So, but I will have measurements on my Etsy. So, all right, you guys, thanks for watching this little jacket upcycle, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.